Dutch journalists have leaked government plans on dealing with an upcoming referendum on a controversial treaty between the EU and Ukraine. The association agreement envisions closer economic, political and cultural ties between Kiev and the bloc. A no vote in the referendum would force Dutch politicians to reconsider the pact, which they have already approved without consulting the public. Well, officials have now been advised to make the details of the deal look as appealing as possible, using words like democratization and calling the treaty a cooperation agreement. They've also been told to drop any strong rhetoric on sensitive issues like security concerns and to avoid focusing on the Russian government's interests in Ukraine. But some influential backers of a yes vote from outside the Netherlands aren't restricted by such guidelines. Well, there is still time for such tactics to make an impact on the Dutch public ahead of that crucial referendum in April. For now, though, most voters are likely to reject the agreement with Kiev. That's according to a new poll. Ukraine is also trying to weigh in and sway opinion in the Netherlands through videos such as this.
Rusland krijgt een sterke greep op Oekraïne doordat het alle Oekraïense aspiraties naar Europa, democratie en beschaving onderdrukt. De enige uitweg voor Oekraïne is de steun van de EU en vrije Europese landen te krijgen. Help ons land het Sovjetverleden kwijt te raken ter wille van de Europese toekomst. Zeg ja aan associatie met Oekraïne op 6 april.
Well, the referendum was initiated by Eurosceptic Dutch activists. They're against accepting Ukraine into the EU, and so is the Dutch government. Officials stress the association agreement with Kiev isn't actually an invitation to join the bloc, but critics, of course, say that wasn't made clear enough to the public. Well, the EU now has been asked to break down the situation for Dutch voters ahead of that crucial referendum. European Studies professor Laszlo Mareks says that Brussels can't afford to draw closer to cash-strapped Ukraine.
Europe is in the defense now. We are muddling through from crisis to crisis. Having Ukraine that is politically, morally a black hole and economically at the brink of collapse, it means that Europe will not have only on its southern borders tensions and crisis situations, but also on its eastern borders. And I think this is a situation that will not be possible to be handled because Europe is not in a state to do so.